The Fly DSA Arena is full of festive cheer, and we're here to see the Steelers face the Clan. My name is Jonathan Fearnley. I am your commentator for tonight's Elite League game between the Sheffield Steelers and the Glasgow Clan. The arena is in blackout at the moment. The arrival of the two teams is not too far away, so let's take an opportunity then to take a look at the teams that will be icing tonight, because we do have team changes to bring you on both sides. For the Sheffield Steelers, we have a number of scratches from this lineup. There's no Griffin, no Living, no Bettauer, no Johnson, and no Brown. But Alex Graham does ice as a fourth line forward. There's also no John Armstrong, although the news this week was that the Steelers are hopeful that his layoff will not be too long. Thomas Duber, of course, gets the starting goal. Zach Fitzgerald's side has been badly hit by injuries, but he's decided not to ice himself tonight. It does mean that they are struggling a bit defensively. There's no Earhart, there's no Moore, there's no Fitzgerald, so they're going to drop Scott Tansky back to be a fifth defenseman. They're also missing Waugh and Lidhammer and Henderson. They are patched up. They are only icing 12 imports tonight. We'll bring you replays throughout the game, recaps at the end of each period. And we'll also keep you up to date with all the other games taking place around the Elite League tonight, one of which is already underway. A 6 o'clock face-off, Guildford against Coventry. And Ian Waters has scored on the power play to give Guildford a 1-goal lead over the Blaze. Other fixtures tonight, all starting at 7 o'clock. Belfast host Cardiff, Manchester host Fife, and Nottingham host Dundee. The Steelers come into this game on top of the Elite League standings. They have been top of the pack for quite a while now, and they're hoping that they can stay there, and they will if they win today. That is in their own hands. They have 32 points from 26 games. That's 2 clear of Cardiff and Belfast. Well, one of those two teams tonight will pick up 2 points. They play each other, so the Steelers know they have to get something if they want to stay top. Glasgow are down in 6th place. They have 25 points from 24 games. They've been on a little bit of a tough run recently. They've got a negative goal difference coming into this game. The Steelers are the highest scoring team in the league. And we're going to pause now because the countdown is on for the Steelers intro. teams are out onto the ice. Face-off is not far away. Steelers against Clan, 2 previous meetings between the sides already this season, and Glasgow have won them both. Earlier in the season when they came here to Sheffield, they went into a 4-0 first period lead. Thomas Duba was pulled after 3 of those. Pavel Kantor, remember him? He went in goal in relief, and the Steelers fought back to 4-3, but Clan took the points, and then the Clan were big winners. The only meeting so far this season up in Braehead, they won that by 8-5. The Steelers and Clan will be heading north tomorrow for the return leg of this fixture, and they'll also meet again in January, not just in league games, but in the Challenge Cup semi-finals. The Steelers progressed with a 3-3 tie in Manchester. That was enough to preserve their aggregate lead of 3 goals from the first leg. Glasgow, of course, had already made it through by winning their home leg 4-1 and 5-2 on aggregate against the Dundee Stars. So we'll be seeing a lot of the Clan over the next month or so. And both teams will be hoping that by the time we get into January, they'll have more healthy bodies available to them. Match sponsors T-Vac Alloys, just doing the ceremonial puck drop. Jonathan Phillips and Matt Haywood return to their blue lines as we get ready to get this game going very shortly. Our officials tonight, referees are Matt Rose and Dean Smith, linesman Nathan Carmichael and Ilya Kissel. We'll now take a short pause on commentary as it's almost time for the playing of the national anthem. Glasgow Clan were early pace setters in the Elite League, but a poor recent run sees them down in 6th. The Steelers face Zach Fitzgerald team 6 times over their next 16 games, including in January's Challenge Cup semi-finals. John Armstrong is out tonight, and the Steelers are hopeful his layoff won't be too long. Clan are injury hit too. Waugh, Earhart and Lidhammer are the big names absent for the visitors. Steelers are in the first of their 3 festive shirts. It's the white tonight, the orange on Boxing Day and black on New Year's Day. And the Steelers in white at home means a change for the Clan. Rather than their road whites, they are in their alternate black uniforms this evening. They'll be in green and yellow tomorrow. That certainly will look different. Starting 6ers then for the Clan, it's Killeen, Haywood, Stannis, Rao, Bieram and Laporte for the Steelers. Duba, Brocklehurst, Melland, Eberle, Lemchigov, Dowd. So here we go, underway on a Saturday night, Steelers TV Live. Jonathan Fearnley here with you. First possession for Glasgow. And they'll work their way out of the zone and move things centrally, and they'll cross the blue line. And the first shot is across the face of Duba. He helps it on his way, and Dowd shovels it forward, and Eberle goes chasing. Killeen is out to play it high off the glass. Dowd can't trap it. And now Melland has to turn and head back as Rao wants to feed it across to Laporte. Shot in on Duba, comfortably turned aside, and here's Lemchigov. So let's try out the near side ball. That doesn't have enough speed on it to get through to Dowd, who tries to barrel through. Contact with the back of Bjerrum, but play allowed to continue. And it's Eberle driving forward in the first test of Killeen, draws a kick save. Carried forward by Pufal to the red line and dumps it in again, making Duba work. Tronsinski with the early touch forward. Good defensive play by Pufal, skating back and knocking it away from Valorand. Connolly trying to retrieve things at centre ice for Sheffield. Grabal across to the far side. In his home debut last week, here's Valorand. Can't take it behind the net. Clan can only get it as far as DeLuca. He tried to return it back towards Valorand. It finds O'Connor. Valorand again. Connolly. DeLuca. Stick handling, plays the pass out, and there's a collision involving the net coming loose, which will draw things to a halt. And it'll be a face-off and a restart. Connolly picking himself back up. He was a scorer on Wednesday night in Manchester. Face-off won by the Clan. Davies is, with that face-off loss, now in the league's top 3 for the worst face-off differential. He moves past Patrick Ronker, who the Giants released earlier this week. He's now down to minus 51 in the face-off circle. He was also a scorer on Wednesday. He's a strong return to the Steelers lineup after he missed a few games with suspension. Here's one from Colemine to go chasing after, but never catch up with it, and it'll result in an icing call that sends the Steelers back into their defensive zone. Opening goal of the game in Manchester has gone to the visitors. The Five Flyers lead the Manchester Storm by a 1-0. Laporte takes the shot, it hits Duba up high. It's a scrap around in front of the crease, and the Steelers got to stick to it first. Clan are building pressure though. Trying to move it towards goal was Bjerrum. Laporte trying to get onto it. He's battled through traffic and got there ahead of David Phillips. In from the blue line, it's off Duba, and the rebound is just wide on the backhand. It was nearly there for Chad Rowe. Reverse pass, and Clan are building pressure here. Oh, it must be, it is! Swept into the vacant goal by Laporte. And the pressure pays off. The Clan have the opening goal. They fired a lot of pucks towards Thomas Duba's goal in the early stage of this one. And that one found its way to Laporte, and Duba completely taken out of the play. Unable to get back. And Laporte has the opening goal, 15 on the season for him. And an even strength opener for Glasgow. Steelers tip the puck down the ice, but it's going to be another icing whistle. I thought we were going to get an icing call. It's actually going to be a penalty called here against Glasgow. Scott Pitt has gone to the box, and the Steelers are going to get a power play out of this, and I have to say I have no idea why. Didn't see a referee with a hand in the air. Hooking is the call on Pitt, and the Steelers have a chance to answer right back. O'Connor mishandled, and he'll have to retreat into neutral ice. He was passing it around nicely in neutral ice, and then that one hits off Lemchigov. And here's Haywood just trying to kill a little bit of time, and he's doing a really good job. twisting one way and then the other and keeping it away from Ben O'Connor. Dowd receives the pass well, but then tried to get it to Lemshigoff, and Laporte read the play and was able to step in front. Steelers nearly another giveaway in their own zone. It's not been a clean start to the power play for Aaron Fox's men. Now they're moving forward with Menace, and Valorand plays the pass out, but it doesn't find a teammate. The first minute of power play has elapsed without any alarm for Glasgow. Connolly on for Davis, just a little too far ahead of him. Clan with the chance to clear, but it's blocked by Valorand. Now Brocklehurst. Great support from the Clan fans. Trying to get behind their penalty killers. Valorand! No amount of noise is going to stop Valorand. And no netminder can stop Marco Valorand when he's on this kind of form. Davis provides the feed, and Valorand the one-timer. .439, a 5-on-4 power play goal, and 17 on the season, 7 of which have come on the power play now for Marco Valorand. Eberle trying to jam one in. Green able to deny him on this occasion. Brocklehurst backhands up the boards, it won't get out of the zone. Shot gets through to Duba, he makes the save, and Phillips will get the Steelers moving forward. It's Mellon driving on ahead. He is playing as a defenseman tonight, but does like to get up in the rush whenever he can. Eberle is covering his defensive position at the moment. Tronsinski deflects this one to the corner as Jacqueline is advancing. Here's Eberle. Steelers trying to feed it into a dangerous area, but it's all a little bit tight there. Clan again come bursting forward. Action at both ends in the early stages of this game. Goals from Laporte and Valorand. 1-1 through 6 minutes of play on Steelers TV Live. Confirmation of that Steelers goal scored Valorand and assisted by Davies and Brocklehurst. Goal scored on a power play with Pitt in the box for hooking. Clan's penalty kill is ranked at the bottom of the standings. They are in 10th place penalty kill wise. 0 for 1 tonight. Not the start that Zach Fitzgerald will be wanting from his special teams. Connolly can't find his way across the blue line. Clan will sweep this forward and allow their defensemen to head off the ice for a change. Connolly with a better pass towards Valorand, who then whips it towards DeLuca. That was too hot to handle. He'll go and press in the corner. He feels his stick's being held, but it's a little bit of a tangle. Penalty has been called though, and Duba is on the bench for the extra skater, but that one has hit Brocklehurst. And so Clan will be able to get a touch on it, and the penalty will now be called. And the Steelers are going to go on to the power play for the second time in the game. As Matt Poufal heads to the penalty box. Steelers power play this season is 4th best in the league. Already 1 for 1. They'll get another chance here. So holding the stick confirmed on Poufal. The Steelers power play goes to work again. It was slow to get going last time, but it ultimately paid off. And this shot is touched over the top by the shoulder of Killeen. Brocklehurst can't get it forward. Sticks swing at it. And it's cleared away, hits Valorand and will make its way down the ice into the corner. Brocklehurst tried to carry it all the way down the ice himself. Wasn't successful, and it's the Steelers who will have to build from behind their own net again. Davies the puck carrier. Laporte again with good penalty killing work. That's a couple of interventions he's made. One on the first power play and another one here. Lemchigov dishes it out to the far side. O'Connor, DeLuca waits near side. DeLuca moves it across. They do try and get it across towards DeLuca. It was broken up. Good battling from Tronsinski keeps the play alive for Sheffield. DeLuca moves in and tests out Killeen and then puts it in his own rebound. It came straight back to him and he returned it with interest. 2 power plays, 2 goals for the Steelers. They've come from behind to lead. DeLuca did well to get his stick around Chad Rowe and fire the puck in. Killeen not able to recover in time, and the Steelers have flipped the script. From 1 down, they are 2-1 in front. Steelers in front by 2-1, and a huge cheer for the announcement of Anthony DeLuca as the goal scorer. It takes him to 14 on the season, and we have an offside. So face-off in neutral territory, and I'm pleased to say that John Armstrong has moved in alongside me. And John, 2 power play goals, that is just the response Aaron Fox would have been wanting from his team.
Yeah, we've been looking for that all year. Get the power play going. That's good confidence for the team. It always feels great when you pop a couple power play goals in the first period.
Scramble in the corner, which Steelers are trying to come out on the right side of. They're not going to because Becker has it. He's got a couple of chances to get this out, but he hasn't managed it. And the pass was just a little bit behind Michael Davies, who's not able to keep it in the zone. Jacklin feeds it forward, and Clan are offside. It's been a fast start from both teams, and we've seen an intent that both teams are trying to get the puck towards the net and in on the netminder as often as possible.
Yeah, I always, whenever I play a game before Christmas, I always want to play my best. It's nice going into the holidays after a good game.
Such a busy time for all the players. It's a long bus trip tomorrow. Also a long car trip for those who've got to drive. I include myself in that list. Here's Melland, Lemchigov. Not giving him the space. He tried to get it to Eberle. It goes past him. And then whiffed on by Tansky. There's a chance out front, and Killeen has bailed out Tansky, who is guilty of a turnover behind his own goal. You can see the confidence just flooding through this Steelers side offensively right now. Offensive zone face-off for the Steelers to work with. Rabal with the shot, and well held on to by Killeen. Steelers' new acquisition, Josef Rabal, 34-year-old Czech defenseman.
There's something I think we can do a little bit better, getting some shots off face-offs here. We've had some good wins, but got to get the puck to the net.
Steelers are missing your face-off wins right now, John.
Yeah, some guys like Eberle are stepping up big for us. He takes a lot of pride in his face-offs. He's always joking around and talking about his numbers, so I'll be watching him tonight.
Here's DeLuca. Oh, not a good clearing pass, intercepted by Hayward, who sends it towards goal, and Duba, who normally wants to keep the play alive, recognises that wasn't the right time and holds on. Steelers players coming into this game face-off wise. Davies, we said at the start, was minus 50. Jonathan Phillips minus 38. Brendan Connolly minus 35. Tanner Eberle minus 44. Best of the bunch is Eric Melland on minus 19, but he's playing in defence. Steelers have won, or they'll have the lowest face-off percentage of any team in the league. Sometimes winning a face-off isn't the be-all and end-all, it's then what you do with it. If you win the puck in your own defensive zone, you then got to get it out of your zone. We've seen the Steelers profit from that several times this season. We've also seen good saving from Sandstrom, who's strong and holds off Hayward. Contact on the far side, and Clan will move it out. Sandstrom skates in. Shifts it off, the shot takes a deflection to the near side boards. Onto it is Connolly, backhand into traffic. Connolly again, juggled and kept out by Killeen. He swung a glove at it and was able to stop it. Confirmation of the Clan opening goal, which we get a chance to bring you in amongst the penalty and Steelers goals that followed. Scored by Nolan Laporte, assisted by Matt Poufal and Jordan Hayward. Even strength at 255. And they're going to try and skate this one out of their own zone. And the Steelers are going to lift the stick and take it back. It's Jonathan Phillips.
A great back check by Jono there.
Never gives anybody a moment's rest on just completing a line change. We saw that Lyndon Springer lost his helmet, was gone back onto the bench, and he's going to get that sorted out. Really energetic start to this one. 8 minutes to play in the first period, and Duba has to get across to make a follow-up save. The officials have lost sight of the puck. I think it's gone out of play. Duba steered the initial one away and then had to get in position for a follow-up shot. It's Rowe against Eberle on the face-off. And he comes back the Steelers' way. And here's Robert Dowd. Long pass out is intercepted by Clan at the red line. Lemchigoff this time tries to win the puck back, and he might do here for Eberle. And Dowd takes it on, and Eberle gets it back, and it's well poked away by Clan. Still defensive work to do though. The Steelers switch it back to the blue line and fire it in for a redirect, and Dowd turn it towards the corner rather than into the goal. Really good atmosphere inside tonight as well. The fans were making good noise earlier. It's mostly Steelers noise right now though. They're the team in the lead, but it's going to be a Clan penalty coming up here. The Steelers are guilty of tripping, and Tronsinski is going to have to head to the penalty box. Not a lot of doubt about that one. And the first power play of the night upcoming for Glasgow. Tripping on Tronsinski, timed at 12:50, and we can tell you of the opening goal of the game in Belfast has gone to the Cardiff Devils. Belfast 0, Cardiff 1, the latest from the SSE. Here's Becker trying to stick handle through. The Steelers clear it away. Jonathan Phillips couldn't knock it down and skate into the space, so instead he'll go chasing after Poufal. First power play of the night, and this one is knocked down by Connolly. Poufal is now across the blue stripe, but he's lost out to Connolly again. And the Steelers back checking in this game has been impressive so far. Clan's power play is ranked 7th in the league. The Steelers' penalty kill is 6th. Strange kick off the glass comes to Laporte. Mellon blocks his shot and gets it into neutral ice. Sent around the boards. Brocklehurst read the situation quickly. Can't get the pass to Mellon though. He gets a second chance to clear. And he's able to do so down the far side, and the Steelers will be able to get all 4 penalty killers changed. Clan drive forward. Losing out was Hayward, Jordan Hayward. Really has been a feature of the game so far that Steelers have back-checked hard and they've lifted the stick and pinched a couple of pucks they might not otherwise have expected to get. Here's Bjerrum. Carries it beyond David Phillips and switches it to the far side. It's kept in over there by Stannis. Final 20 seconds of Clan power play. Hayward shoots it through. Right pad save from Duba. Good check from David Phillips. Good clearance from Jonathan Phillips.
Yeah, hopefully we can keep Bjerrum, Rasmus, number 16, out there off the scorecard tonight. I think he scored every time we played against him.
He scored 14 this season. It's not just the Steelers he's been netting against. He is certainly one of the big dangers, of course. Clan got a chance here, and Duba denies with the glove save. Normally on a power play you'd be looking towards Matthew Waugh, but he's one of the many players the Clan have out of the lineup. The Steelers have suffered more than many with injury, but they're going to be getting no sympathy from the Clan when it comes to players missing through injury, as Duba makes his flashiest save of the night so far. Shot sent in on goal, and again covered up by Thomas Duba. First goal of the night in Nottingham has gone to the Panthers. They lead the Stars by 1-0. Speaking of injuries, John, what is the latest with you? What's the update that you can give us?
Well, I just saw the doc there, and there's not great news, but we'll see how it goes, and hopefully in another couple weeks, or it could be back before then. It's kind of just to see how it feels and how I'm doing, and whether I'm getting better each day. And right now it's a little bit stagnant, so hopefully I see some improvement coming up here.
Jacklin looking for the deflection. Didn't get enough on it to turn it on goal, but it's a good spell of pressure from Glasgow. They've responded well. Official getting in the way momentarily. Steelers able to bounce it out. They'll continue the chase down the boards. Valorand is always full of life. And the Steelers have it here. They're going to try the wraparound with DeLuca. And the puck is live. The official lost sight of it. And it squirted out towards the corner.
DeLuca back to his old wraparounds. We saw a lot of big goals from him last season with the wraparound. And I think we had 1 or 2 this year, but it's good to see him going back to his go-to.
How about that one last week from Eric Mellon on the backhand? That really does take some doing.
No, Melly pulls off a lot of fancy moves, and it's fun to see from a guy that is more of a defensive player.
Rabal sends it into the zone. Dowd centres it. Eberle across, and it was just behind Lemchigov. Matt Hayward, Clan captain. Rabal across to meet him in the corner and presses him hard into the boards, and that's going to be a penalty. Rabal drove through him, and he might have needed just to back off a little. That's going to cost the Steelers defenseman. Through the numbers and into the glass. And Rabal will go to the penalty box. Second Clan power play of the game coming up.
Big win.
The Steelers not able to get the puck clear. And that allows the Clan power play to get set up. A little stumble on the far side. not costly. The Steelers not able to get onto it. O'Connor will keep battling away, but he can't get it past Haywood. But he loses the puck, and now here comes Connolly bursting in, trying to get behind. Was he hooked? He must have been. He was. The hand goes up from the back referee, and that will be the penalty that the home crowd was baying for, because Brendan Connolly had got across Haywood and was going to try a backhand finish. And you can see the stick across the gloves. As Killeen went down with the pad stack. Five have a second in Manchester. Storm 0, Flyers 2, the latest from Altrincham.
Yeah, that was just a great individual effort there. Cons drove hard, he used his body, got in the way, and their defender had nothing that he could do other than hook him.
So Rabal was in the box for boarding. Jordan Haywood is now in for hooking, so Clan will drop to 0 for 2 on the power play. The Steelers will get 34 seconds of man advantage once Rabal is able to return. In the meantime, we'll skate 4-on-4. Extra space for all these players to work with. 3 minutes remaining in the first period. Duba makes the save, follow-up attempt. Melland did well to get back, but he committed a penalty in doing so. It was a hooking call. But after the save from Duba, there was a hint that there might be a rebound opportunity. It was Springer who sent it in on goal. And as it comes back off Duba, it's nearly there for Becker. You can see the gap he's trying to find. And Melland with the swing of the stick across the hands of Matt Becker. So we're going to get a period of 4-on-3 hockey here. So it is a power play for the Clan. It'll last for about a minute, and then we'll have some 4-on-4 time. Then Clan will get another power play opportunity. So 4-on-3 out at the moment. No touch there from Pitt as he attacked a good area. Phillips with a long pass, and it was Becker who broke it up at centre ice, and the Clan have sent that down. That's going to be icing. That was a little careless. Trying for the quick transition. A little too ambitious, and it will cost them some territory.
Yeah, sometimes I think the 4-on-3s are even more dangerous than the 5-on-3s. Guys seem to be a little more direct. They don't pass it around as much because there's not as many guys open, and then they rip shots. I've always had more success, I think, on the 4-on-3 than the 5-on-3.
.30 seconds until Hrabal returns, and we'll get a little bit of 4-on-4 time. Poufal has carried it across the blue line, and he checks his options. Stannis is one of them, and he moves it on. Becker takes it behind the goal. Brocklehurst trying to block a lane with the stick. Switched across for a one-timer, and it missed on the short side. Will they look that way again? They will. No shot this time, though. They'll come back towards Becker. Then centrally, it's fired in and deflected away. Puck battle in the corner involving Eberle. Not able to win it. Well worked by the Clan. Rabal is back out. 4-on-4. Rabal with the diving play. Can the Steelers poke this away? They can't. Really good effort from all the players out there, but the Clan are winning these little battles at the moment. And that deflection takes the puck out of play, and we have a stoppage. 20 seconds of 4-on-4 time left to relapse before the Clan go on another 19 seconds of power play time. Equaliser in Nottingham for the Stars. Nottingham 1, Dundee 1. The latest from the Motorpoint Arena. Been a tough few weeks for the Stars. Knocked out of the Cup by the Clan. They were the #1 seeds through the group stages. Just a little bit of drift at the bottom of the standings at the moment. Omar Pasha's side looking for a little boost. Look sent towards Rowe was knocked away, and the Steelers will try and counter. And here's an opportunity. Backhand shot. What a finish! Right into the top corner. Oh, that's special from Connolly. denied the chance by a penalty earlier in the period. This time the Clan couldn't catch him, and Killeen could not stop the backhand finish, lifted high beyond him.
I was going to say that was basically deja vu from what happened a few minutes ago. This time Connolly had a little more space and he couldn't get hooked.
And it'll go down as a short-handed goal as well. And it'll take Brendan Connolly to 17 on the season. It's his second short-handed goal. It was Valorant who fired the pass towards him. And the penalty on Melland is over. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Steelers leading by 3-1. Rabal lost his stick as he tried to make a poke check in the offensive zone. Picks it back up and then tries to land the hit on Springer, who squares up to him, and he gives Rabal a little bit of a shove, and that's still carrying on while the play is active over on the far side. Lemchugov losing his stick in the middle of it was Jacklin. Final few seconds. Is there time for the Steelers to work this away from the board for one last shot? There isn't. Clan have cleared it away, and the Steelers will go into the first intermission leading by 3-1, fighting back from a goal behind to turn the tide in their favour. They've scored 2 power play goals and they've scored 1 short-handed. Special teams have made the difference for Sheffield here in this first period.
It's a great start for the boys. 3-1 against a great team. These guys, we play them really tough all year, so it's good to have a strong first period. Fox will be happy. We just got to keep it going.
But those break opportunities, we saw one from Connolly earlier in the period. He was hooked back, and then again on the goal. It really has been a feature of the Steelers offensively. How many of those sort of chances the Steelers have created? So many players have been through one-on-one with a netminder.
Yeah, I think the game of hockey's changed. You don't see a lot of teams bringing everybody back and trying to work up the ice as a group. Now it's just about catching the other team off guard, quick ups, quick passes, moving the puck instead of the player. We're seeing that in the NHL, and you're seeing that with our team and all around Europe right now. And it's a lot more exciting game to watch. The other teams, they don't have an opportunity to trap or anything like that. It's fun hockey.
That was the opening goal of the game, scored at 2:55 by Nolan Laporte, assisted Matt Poufal and Jordan Hayward. Even strength at 2:55. It came following a good spell of Clan pressure, and there were a few Steelers supporters who saw the Clan score early and then had their minds flash back to that game earlier in the season when the Clan scored 4 first-period goals. Duba taken completely out of the play by the deflection that found its way to Laporte. He flicked it in for his 15th of the season. The Steelers got themselves a power play when Pitt went to the box for hooking. They'll work it around. Brocklehurst to Davies and to Valorant for the one-timer. Power play one-timers are always pretty looking goals.
Oh yeah, you can see this perfect here. They kind of dragged them down so that cross-ice pass was open for Valley. We've been working on that a lot, forcing the one player up by the defenseman so there's a gap where he can find that cross-ice pass. The goalie won't have time to move over.
And so often it's been Davies that the Steelers have looked for the one-timer. Instead, he's provider.
Davies, he's more of a, I would call him like a quarterback on the power play. You can see it, he's even looking at the goalie, but he knows he's got Valorant on the other side. So he fakes out the defenders, fakes out the goalie, and Valley's got half the net to shoot at.
Valorant's 7th power play goal of the season. He is the team leader in that category. Steelers then got another power play with Pufal in the box for holding the stick. It's DeLuca who drew the penalty. He scored the goal after getting his own rebound, finding his way past Chad Rowe to get onto it and shooting it beyond Killeen before he could readjust.
That all started with a big battle there on the corner. And then good for DeLuca getting that rebound, because he had a guy right on him, but he didn't give up on it. Big battle from Sean.
Goal for DeLuca was his 14th of the season and his 5th on the power play. The goal was timed at 8:28. Clan then had a power play, they then had another one. There's also a little bit of short-handed time, during which Brendan Connolly went in and made it 3-1. Valorant with the assist. A short-handed goal at 18:48.
It must feel good scoring against your whole team.
Such fast hands will slow it down so we can see exactly the move he makes. Little glance up to check the netminder. Enough elevation to get it above the pad and above the glove of Killeen to put the Steelers into a 3-1 lead. Welcome back to Steelers TV Live. Jonathan Fearnley and John Armstrong here with you on a Saturday night. Steelers leading the Clan by 3-1. Quick check-in elsewhere. And no further updates from Guildford. They still lead by that Waters power play goal in the first period. That was a 6 o'clock start, so they're well into the third. Belfast 0, Cardiff 1 at the end of the first. Mayamaki with the goal. Cardiff shut out the Giants twice in the Challenge Cup quarter-finals. Well, I mean business again tonight. Manchester 0, 5-2. The Crowder brothers, Tim and Paul, with the goals. And the Flyers are 2-0 up on the road. And when we left you, it was Nottingham 1, Dundee 1, Deutsch. And then a power play response from Beauregard. But the Panthers have a power play goal of their own through Talbot. And they lead by 2-1. Steelers leading by 3-1 here. Goals from Valorant on the power play, DeLuca on the power play, and Connolly short-handed after Nolan Laporte had given Zach Fitzgerald's team the early lead. First period stats. The Steelers had 11 shots, Clan had 13, 6 penalty minutes each. Clan were 0 for 3 on their power plays, or -1 for 3 if you want to think of it that way, with the short-handed goal, and the Steelers 2 for 2 with their men advantages. Steelers won 11 face-offs, Glasgow won 14. So we are 5-on-5 as we get back underway here in the second period. Brought to you tonight in association with match sponsors TVAC. And first possession here in the middle session for Clan. They'll tip it forward. And it's Melland who will swing it across to the far side. Eberle puts the brakes on but loses an edge. And now Brocklehurst can't trap the puck, and now there's space behind him. And racing forward is Laporte. He's got options inside. Laporte tries to play it across, and it was broken up by the back checking of Lemchigov.
Big back check again there from the guys.
Brocklehurst does love to be part of the offensive play. But when he wasn't able to stop the puck on the boards, he left the Steelers a little exposed defensively. The recovery was important. Then the big shot from Stannis, which Duba turns aside. Eberle under pressure, and he's got to be really careful here. He doesn't get the puck out of the zone, but he avoided complete disaster. Becker, little touch forward, goes to return, gets it back. Becker, oh, he's been hooked. Eberle was trying to stop him getting the shot away, and he did, but it'll cost him a couple of minutes. The extra skater is on for Killeen, but the Steelers have touched the puck, and the penalty is now incoming. It's the skating of Becker that made it happen. He moved into a good area, and Eberle just couldn't resist.
Yeah, just nice give and go out of the corner there. We should have a guy waiting in front of the net, so I'm not sure what happened on that one. I'd have to see it again.
Slashing is the call. And Clan onto the power play for the 4th time. Working it behind the goal at the moment. Then they play it out front. The shot will come in, but Pitt is playing it off the outside of the goal. The puck was just sitting stationary. The Clan keep it in over on the far side. O'Connor in to make a hit. Then an interception. Can the Steelers get it out of the zone? They can. Long change in the second period. They've got it down far enough to get all 4 changed.
Good effort from Benny there. The penalty kill's looking strong right now. I don't want to jinx anything, but...
Well, I'm wearing a t-shirt that says nothing can go wrong now on it, so I think we've got you covered on the jinx from there, John.
I'll knock on wood just in case.
As I always say, the players can't hear us, John. Carried in by Laporte. Swings it around the boards. Clan gets it on the far side. It'll come back to Laporte. He's under pressure from Hrabal. Clan still have 40 seconds to work with. It's all on the outside at the moment, though. Stannis takes the shot on. Duba makes the save, and he was just trying to locate the puck for a moment. He looked right, he looked left. And he was grateful to see that he did have it covered.
I've been noticing we've been doing a lot better in front of our own net, clearing pucks, taking bodies. Makes Duba's job a lot easier.
Oh, there was a redirect which I didn't spot live from Laporte. What a good touch that was. They did an even better save than I first realised. Oh, Laporte has already scored 1. Really wasn't far away from a second there. Stannis again will blast it, and again they were looking for the redirect. And again, Duba was there a little deeper in his crease this time. The Clan outshot Steelers in the first period. And the power play is helping them to pad those stats again here in the second. This time it was Bjerrum trying to get the touch. Dane has been on good form, as we mentioned earlier.
He's a guy I played with in Denmark a few years ago, so I'll still probably meet him after the game, and it's fun to hear about his new little kid he's got. And yeah, it's always good to see players that you played against in the past, or with in the past.
Peacock sends it across, and the shot is well blocked. Follow-up attempt is just wide. Penalty is over. Eberle comes out of the box. The Steelers are a perfect 4 for 4 on the penalty kill. Stannis. Clan are still reining in shots. That's bouncing around, and Duba has again got it covered. Will that conversation be in English or Danish?
Oh, you know the Scandinavian countries, they're great with English. That's Jonas was supposed to come up here at some point tonight, but I guess he said second language, even though his English is pretty good. But maybe we'll get him for the third.
Well, aggressively, there's no shortage of injured Steelers able to come and join us on the stream these days. Being able to ice a full set of imports has been a luxury that the Steelers haven't had many times this season. Again, the Clan only have 12 available to them tonight as well. Duba with another kick save. Bring the puck out, they try and jam it in, and the poke check is enough to knock it away, and the Steelers just want to relieve a little bit of the pressure. They haven't had a lot of zone time here in the early stages of the second period. But still they lead by 3-1. Chad Smith sends the puck in, but there's going to be an icing whistle here. Chad Smith picked up by Zach Fitzgerald after wasn't getting a lot of ice time, or really any ice time, to aid his development. Lan said, come on over to us, and they're going to get a little bit of use out of him. Listed on the fourth line alongside Mac Howlett tonight for Clan. They have 11 forwards and 5D on the sheet. Remember, one of those 5 defensemen is Scott Tansky, who would regularly be a forward. Oh, that was so nearly put in underneath Killeen. Eberle was right on the scene, and the bounce didn't go the Steelers' way. Dowd inside, it was just a little bit too tight for room for Eberle. Hrabal steps forward. Taking over is Dowd again. Out towards Lemchigov. His shot was deflected away off the stick. Rabal trying to win the battle in the corner, and he does so against Musil. Backhanded clearing attempt, won't get beyond the blue line. The Steelers enjoying their best shift of the period so far. Tronsinski inside for Lemchigov. Little pocket of space, he snaps one, and that breaks a stick and goes up and out of play.
I like seeing our D getting involved in the O-zone. Everybody's systems are so strong these days. It's really hard to get any offense if you only have your forwards going. So if we can get 5 guys involved in the O-zone, we're going to see a lot more goals.
Saw on that replay just how close that puck was to going in. Not sure exactly what it hit last, but moot point now as play continues, and driving forward is Bjerrum. Shot takes a deflection off a Steelers stick and crashes into the glass. Then one from the angle, which is regulation. Oh, the Steelers check netminder. Much bigger workload than anticipated this season for Thomas Duba. Expected to share the duties with Pavel Kantor, but Duba won the starting spot, and Kantor was released by the Steelers. He's played every minute of every game since.
Dubes is one of the best goalies I've played with. I haven't played with a guy or seen a guy that uses his stick so well. He catches guys off guard with that poke check a lot. We saw that a few minutes ago, and you see that a lot.
Davies around row. Whoa. Oh, what a goal! Oh, what a goal! You're going to be seeing that one for years. The finish was great, but getting past Rowe was what made it super special.
That might be the highlight of the year so far.
We'll try and get a little look at that if we can, because Michael Davis, 14th of the season, and there's been none better, not just from him, but from anybody. Planet looking for a response. Oh, there's a loose puck here. Musil drops it back to the point. They'll work it again down low, trying to get towards Haywood, but there's not a good kick off the boards for the Clan, and Connolly will burst forward but sees the linesman in his way, and Connolly is frustrated. Try and get a replay to you of that goal at the next appropriate break in play. But DeLuca is lurking down ice, and David Phillips finds him, and DeLuca, the puck just got away from him slightly, and he had to take the shot when he did because he was running out of room, and Killeen got square to it. But again, we see that Steeler lurking down the ice, and David Phillips' pass was right on the money. Plan forward with speed. They'll take it around the net. Tansky. Again, shooting high. Tronsinski sees it bounce straight back to him. DeLuca forward. Oh, he's got it through. Oh, it's brilliant again. Jonathan Phillips. What a pass, what a finish. The Steelers are turning on the style tonight.
Jono, I don't think there's anybody I like seeing scoring goals more than Jono. He works so hard, he does all the little things, and I swear he keeps getting faster every year. It's great to see it. Great finish by Jono.
Jonathan Phillips has just scored his 6th of the season. What an assist from Anthony DeLuca. Steelers have taken control of this game in the second period. There's still such a long way to go. The crowd can't quite believe what they're seeing right now. Eberle will get to this one. Oh, and he very nearly wrapped it in. We'll try and get you a replay of those goals when we can. They came less than 2 minutes apart. Other goals have been going in elsewhere. Coventry have equalised in Guildford. Cardiff are 2-0 up in Belfast.
What a show the boys are putting on today.
Absolutely. This will help sell a few more tickets for Boxing Day. Not that the Steelers crowd need much an invitation to turn up on Boxing Day. Remember, it's Manchester here on the 26th. We have to wait until New Year's Day for a visit for the Panthers this year. Davies, he's going to try and do it again, not this time. Connolly, oh, an early opportunity for Coleman Minor. Steelers are so hot right now offensively. Everything that they're driving forward with looks like creating a goal. Nearly for Coleman and nearly for Davies. Sandstrom didn't get a deflection on that one. It'll result in icing.
Just looks like the guys are having fun right now. We saw a couple close-ups of the bench, and all the boys are smiling and playing well.
Crowd enjoying the replay of that on the big screen as Duba tips another one over the top. Haywood. Poufal across to the far side. Oh, and Clan have got a deflection past Duba. It's 5-2. They're not going to go quietly in this one. The deflection was key, and it was enough to beat Duba. Flick goalwards by Springer, and it looks like it's hit O'Connor, who just can't buy a break at the moment.
Yeah, tough tip and good screen in front. That's a tough one for Dukes. Nothing he can really do about that.
Fourth of the season for Lyndon Springer. The assist going to Matt Poufal. He gets his second point of the night. Even strength at 28-34, and that was knocked down by Haywood. Matt Haywood is onto it. There's not a lot of room though. And Raval crowds him out and uses physicality. And then a little bit of a stumble. No trip on the play. He's straight back up, and the Steelers can't get the puck out of the defensive zone. Clan buoyed by that goal, looking to reduce the gap further. Here's Pitt. Defensive play from Connolly. Pitt again. Rabal right with him. Becker. Connolly working hard. And Connolly will get to this first. Oh, but that's not a good pass forward. It didn't have enough strength on it. It didn't clear the zone. Tronsinski now has it, and he should be able to find the Steelers a way forward. He does to DeLuca. Fakes the shot and then makes the move, and it came off Stannis' stick.
See, DeLuca, for a shorter guy, he uses a really long stick. So he's able to open up those gaps around the D and get pucks on net.
Brocklehurst around to Dowd. Lemchugov. Oh, lovely move. Lemchugov denied by Killeen after he completely undressed Tansky.
Seems like the ref put his whistle away right now. There's a few borderline plays there that could have been calls.
Shooting from his knees, but not able to get it beyond Killeen. The Steelers have beaten him 5 times already tonight, and they lead by 5-2. Only just past the halfway point of the game. Dowd on the backhand attempt. Killeen makes the save. Puck is live. Lemchugov has it. Gets past Dowd. Mellon steps forward. Finds its way back to Lemchugov. Poufal across trying to make a hit. He's done well. Clan lifted out. Laporte. Doesn't have a lot of options at the moment. Clan will try and work this into space, but the bobbling puck isn't helpful. And that's going to force Jordan Hayward backwards. Bjerrum back to Hayward. Mellon just got a little bit of a stick in there as he was turned round. Springer. Such a good intensity to this game. The crowd's right into it. Bjerrum with the shot, Duba with the save. And Brocklehurst first to that loose puck, across to Melland. And now out for Eberle. Lemchigov has room on the near side. The Steelers will dump and go for a line change instead. Goal back from Manchester. Storm 1, Flyers 2. A second period score from the Storm shelter. Tansky. Remember, we'll have a recap of all the best moments of the period when we hit the end of the second, and of course all the goals from this game will be on Twitter and Facebook tonight, along with the coaches' interviews, as the Steelers are whistled for an offside. We'll try and get another look at that Steelers' fourth goal scored by Michael Davis. Let's take a look at it now, because this really was quite special. Through the legs of Rowe, and then squeezing it in short side.
Just quick hands made it look easy.
Don't forget, the extended YouTube highlights will be out in the next day or so as well. You'll see the best of this action again. And of course, if you're watching the live webcast with us, just pause for a moment as Clan drive forward. Oh, they tried to get it towards Becker, but that's where the orange and white was waiting. And the Steelers will quickly counter the other way. 3 up in the rush, sent onto the outside of the goal. And the net has come free, and we have to bring things to a stop. Again, all webcast viewers can log back into the Steelers TV Live website in the next day or so, and this game will be available in your archive. You can download the full thing, and it's yours to keep forever with your webcast purchase tonight.
I like that shot from the bad angle there. A lot of times goalies don't expect it. They go down, and there's always that little top corner open. We saw one from Brocklehurst a few weeks ago in Nottingham.
It's also a more awkward rebound for a netminder to control, because if you turn it behind the goal, the chances are that the forwards will get to it first in any case.
Exactly.
And you certainly don't want to turn it out in front of your goal.
No, you turn it out in front, the guys have an open net. And
Connolly trying to play the pass across. It was just beyond Valorand.
And on top of that, you're sitting right back in your net. The goalie's got to hug the post, so he can't come out and challenge any next shot.
Connolly just thought about trying to get close to Killeen, and McLaren saying not today. I want to talk about Connolly and his temper, his reaction, and some of the penalties that it cost him earlier in the season. It does seem like he's playing a little bit smarter in those sort of situations right now. We've not seen so many of those frustration, retaliation penalties in recent weeks.
For sure, we've talked about it in the dressing room. A big thing for us was to stay away from the reps. Just leave them alone. We were getting a lot of penalties for saying the wrong thing earlier in the year, and we had a good talk with the team, and ever since then it's been a lot better.
Nottingham have moved into a 4-1 lead against the Dundee Stars. Penalty against the Steelers is going to be a tripping call here. Matt Hayward was taken down. Killeen goes to the bench for the extra skater. It's Becker who comes on as number 6. And here he is, Becker. No way forward for Jacklin. And the whistle goes, and the Steelers will send a player to the penalty box for the second time in this period. It's going to be power play 5 for Clan, but they're on an 0 for so far. And right on cue, it's Brendan Connolly.
I'll just keep that penalty kill going. Big face-off.
Steelers not able to get a full clearance in. And Clan move forward. They're looking to tip it in, and they've done just that.
So many times you see when you win a face-off and we don't get the puck out. It is a tough job. You got guys coming right at you, but it just seemed like the one time you don't get the puck out and it's back in your own net. That's just how it seems to go.
Bounce off David Phillips and agonisingly beyond Duba before O'Connor could get back. It's a power play goal, and it's reduced the deficit for Glasgow to 2 goals.
Timeout right now. I'm sure Foxy's just telling the guys to stay with it, play their game, but don't try anything too cute. You don't need to score many more goals, and we need to stay out of the box.
First result of the night, and it's from Guildford. It was 1-1. It went into overtime. It went to penalties, and the Flames take the extra point. The shootout win for Guildford over Coventry. A 2-1 scoreline. So Becker credited with the goal, his 7th of the season, his 2nd on the power play. It was scored on the penalty of record for Connolly. A 5-on-4 power play goal at 33-54. Takes the Clan to 1 for 5 on the man advantage. And it's very much game on. We saw in the highlights during the first intermission the Steelers fight back here earlier this season against the Clan that came up just short. Have the Clan got a similar fight back? Well, their fans are certainly believing. The drum is banging again. They're always some of the noisiest visitors to come to this building. Steelers are taking a couple of coaches up to the Braehead Arena tomorrow. It'll be good travelling support for the Steelers in the second part of the home and home series. Dowd. Pass out, and it was just bobbling on Eberle. It went straight past his stick and bounced off his skate. Jacklin will get onto this. He lays it back and it's fired wide. That was an opportunity. Stepping onto the play, Tansky. This shot lacked the accuracy it needed. Lemchigov, good spin, but pass wasn't to a teammate. Becker. And I'm just going to dump this one in as they're making changes behind the play. Lemchigov trying to barrel down the boards. And trying to work it into some space. Hayward will shift it across to the far side. The shot into traffic goes through everybody. Eberle trying to be physical. Mellenden on the scene as well. Hayward spins away from trouble. Steelers still jabbing a stick at it. Sent back behind the goal. Outnumbered is Matt Hayward, but he's buying time for his team. And when the Steelers clear it, there's no one in white and orange anywhere near it. Stannis, Laporte. Clan are looking dangerous right now. That shot deflects.
You can really see the energy level switched. Steelers were flying there, and now it looks like they're sitting back, and all the energy's coming from the other side.
Valorand will always give the crowd a lift, and he's got plenty of options here. He takes the shot on. It's denied by Killeen. He tried to put it in off the back of the netminder as he was retreating in his crease. Wasn't able to make it happen, and Rowe has got the Clan at least the puck out as far as Steelers defensively, and they'll have to build from their own zone. Tipped forward by Connolly. Steelers defenseman will get the change. Stannis. Gathered in by Becker in front of the Steelers bench. Room on the far side. Drop pass. Duba with the kick save, and the Steelers lifted out through Connolly. It was safety first. It's actually something that Valorand could chase. He didn't get to it in the end. Valorand forward again. Sandstrom. Steelers fans want a penalty. Sandstrom wants to keep going. Keep going, he does. Penalty has been called. Save made. Duba is on his way to the bench, but will only just get there as Duba will then have to turn and head back. And the Steelers will get a power play with 3 minutes remaining in the second period.
This could be a good momentum shift back for the Steelers. They don't have to score a goal in this one, but even if they just have some good chances, puck protection, and having the puck in their end could really boost morale.
Lyndon Springer is the guilty man on this one. You can see the late hit coming in. Interference, the call. Puck had long gone. And Springer takes a seat and the Steelers take to the power play. 2 for 2 on the power play tonight. Tronsinski, O'Connor, DeLuca. Patience at the moment, Tronsinski. Feeding it across the crease and diving play from Lemchigov keeps the Steelers in possession. O'Connor. One-timer into the crowd. And the Clan clear it away.
Looks like we've got another penalty coming.
And it's going to go against the Steelers this time, so the power play will come to an end. And it's Lemchigov who has been pinged on this one. Frustration for the Steelers, but it's a good break for Glasgow, and they're going to get the opportunity of a short power play of their own as this second period winds down. So 4 on 4 as we get back underway. The Steelers work it to the near side, and Jonathan Phillips, already a goal scorer in this game. Trying to turn provider, it was Brocklehurst who was crashing in hard. Got his stick to the poke, but not enough of a redirect to put it beyond Killeen. It'll be 44 seconds of Clan power play when the penalty to Springer expires. And look at that move from Hayward all the way through, but just losing control as he tried to get the shot away. The Steelers forward through Phillips. The support here from Mellon. Great touch and an even better save from Killeen. Land back the other way and shooting wide of the near post of Thomas Duba. Eberle doesn't have any support. His teammates go for a change behind him. He fires the shot on goal and goes to pick up the loose puck himself over on the far side. His teammates are hanging back in anticipation of a penalty kill that is about to begin. Lyndon Springer out of the box. He's going to head straight to his team's bench, or at least he was going to before he needed to get involved in cutting off Valorand. Springer doesn't want to be part of the power play unit. Jacklin comes on for him. Clan have less than 30 seconds with the extra skater. Big chance for a momentum swing again in this second period. Clan have closed the gap from 5-1, it's now 5-3. Can they make it a one-goal game heading forward? They can't if they stumble, because it's going to mean Valorant coming forward. Valorant, good save off the blocker from Killeen. Eberle was arriving in support, but Valorant wanted to take the shot on. Penalty is over. The Steelers with another short-handed chance. They already have one shorty in this game, and that puck deflects, and that will do it for a really entertaining second period, which both teams have scored twice in. Clan fighting back hard, but the Steelers so nearly turned things back their way with a goal short-handed from Valorant, but Killeen made a couple of important saves in the final minute of the period. And it is still up for grabs in this one. We'll let the players clear the ice before we take a look at the best of the action from the second period.
Well, we got lots to look at.
Certainly do. I can tell you that Nottingham now lead Dundee by 5-1. A few Steelers players hanging back on the bench because they're going to have a go at chuck-a-puck. Fancy themselves winning a few prizes. We'll just take a couple of moments then to get our highlights package ready. Remember, there'll be all the goals on Twitter and Facebook later tonight, and the extended YouTube highlights in a day or so. But in the meantime, here's the best of the middle period, and it came first of all with a goal at 25-18 from Michael Davies, and what a goal it was.
Yeah, you see this move from Davies here. He picks it up, he already has some speed. Kind of slows down a little bit, so the opposing player, number 5 there, thought he was cutting back. And he kept his speed going the same direction though the whole way.
Davies assisted Sandstrom, even strength 25-18. And then the Steelers were to make it 5-1 at 26-52. Jonathan Phillips, the Steelers captain, with the finish beyond Killeen, who tried to do the pad stack, didn't work out. The assist on the goal going to Anthony DeLuca and Josef Hrabal, his first Steelers point.
Good pass from DeLuca here. You see Jono gets his head up. He just he didn't make any fakes or anything, just waited the goalie out, made the goalie make the first move.
So at this point of the game, just less than 27 minutes gone, the Steelers 5-1 up and seemingly in complete control, but it's credit to Zach Fitzgerald's team how well they fought back. And they get the goal here through Lyndon Springer, the assist going to Matt Pufal, even strength 28-34.
That's just throwing pucks at the net. Sometimes that's all you need to do. You never know with bounces or rebounds or what's going to happen, screens. He just threw that right at the net, nothing hard. Just an unlucky tip.
It's Ben O'Connor with the inadvertent deflection. With no look in front of the opposition goal and no look around his own goal this season when it comes to those sort of moments. It was a break for the Clan and they made the most of it. They then got a power play with Connolly in the box and they made it count. Becker credited with the goal and Pufal credited with the assist. 3 primary assists on the night for Matt Pufal.
Oh, it looks like he was trying to pass that. And that just went off our own defender's skates.
Looks like it's David Phillips that it hits. I'm not sure. He takes another touch off Duba's stick. And O'Connor can't dig it out in time, and you can see the frustration on his face. So a 2-2 period, and still very much game on here. Welcome back to Steelers TV Live. Jonathan Fearnley here with you for the third period. John Armstrong has other business to attend to. We thank him for joining us during the first and second periods, and we wish him well with his recovery. Hopefully he'll be back in the Steelers lineup sooner rather than later. The Steelers have managed to score 5 goals without him so far. But the 5-1 lead has been closed to 5-3. The fight back from the Clan is on. And the next goal in this game is, well, I'm hesitant to say decisive. With still 20 minutes to play, but Clan were building momentum in the closing stages of the second period. Steelers did have a couple of chances, but Killeen came up big. The Steelers used their timeout in the second period. Aaron Fox just trying to slow Glasgow down a little bit. It didn't necessarily work because Clan had most of the pressure as the second period went on. Shot count from the second period was 11 for Sheffield, 10 for Glasgow. Steelers took 6 penalty minutes and the Clan went 1 for 3 on those power plays. Clan took 2 penalty minutes, and the Steelers were 0 for 1. It was a 2-2 period, and the face-off count is all tied up. Both sides winning 50% of the draws through 40 minutes of play. Clan get the edge on this one. We are underway in the third period. We brought to you in association with match sponsors TVAC. We're bringing you up to date with the rest of the scores from around the country at the next appropriate stoppage as Dowd tries to make it all the way through, and then still got his stick to the puck, and then Dowd makes his way back to the bench and he doesn't look comfortable. That was a big collision with the boards, and that's a concern, and Robert Dowd is heading straight down the tunnel, and that is a horrible sight for all Steelers fans. He still managed to play the puck from a seated position. It just went wide of the goal over on the far side, but then he collided with the boards hard. And Dowd has already missed time this season due to injury. And here comes Becker with a clean look on goal, and Duba denies him. That was a big chance for Matt Becker. He scored the goal to make it 5-3. He maybe should have scored the goal to make it 5-4. The arena's just a little bit flat at the moment. The Steelers fans have seen Robert Dowd exit, and they know what that might mean with a busy run of fixtures coming up. Tomorrow in Glasgow, and then the Christmas series as Valorant's shot is deflected out of play. 2 games against Manchester, then 2 games shortly afterwards on New Year against Nottingham. Right, elsewhere, finished Guildford 2, Coventry 1 after a shootout. They won the shootout 2-0. Waters and Foster scored. And Coventry missed all 4 of theirs. Cardiff lead Belfast now by 2-0. Dixon with the second period goal. Manchester closed the gap in the second period. They now trail Fife by 2-1. Thompson with that goal as Killeen kicks out the right pad to save a sharp angle shot. David Phillips back onto this one. Haywood has won the puck from David Phillips. Still he holds on to it. Can't get it back to a teammate though, and the Steelers will relieve the pressure. O'Connor carries it into the offensive zone and then shoots wide. The game to tell you about: Nottingham now lead Dundee 5-1. Second period goals from Malmquist and Connolly. Now the Panthers comfortably in control. Lemchigov takes the shot on. There's a little bit of a deflection. It lands at the side of the goal for Eberle. Jonathan Phillips has joined this line as a forward in place of Robert Dowd, and he was nearly on the end of that one. Lemchigov. Shot through traffic and big kick off the glass and just out of the reach of Jonathan Phillips. Clanner penned in at the moment. They need a little bit of a break. And they get it far enough out to get a partial change in. Jonathan Phillips lurks forward and gets the shot away, but there's a little bit of a stick involved from Haywood, and the shot lacked power, and it was a comfortable save. Jonathan Phillips is on the game sheet as a 4th liner alongside Alex Graham and Cole Shooter. We've not seen either of them during this game. I'd imagine the Steelers are just going to go to 3 lines with Robert Dowd off. Belleran tried the shot early from the face-off. It was just charged straight down. Pitt sends it forward. It hits a Steelers skate and will go to the corner. The puck battle will commence. The Steelers get to it first, but don't get it out of the zone. Connolly skates away from Becker. Moves through the gears. Brendan Connolly. Puck just swiped to the boards. Defensive play from Springer. And then again, needs a little bit of help from Poufal, who's picked up an assist on all 3 Clan goals tonight. You're looking for a goal himself here as he Tried the backhand and puck just slipped away from him, but the puck is still live. And Clan have got onto it. They'll try the one-timer from Tansky. It's charged down. The Steelers trying to get it through the middle to DeLuca. Puck slides to the corner, but DeLuca will reach it. And then the pass across. Kolamainen. Referee just momentarily in the way. Kolamainen can't force his way past the black shirts. O'Connor covering, swings it around. The Steelers tip it out on the far side. Clan immediately back into possession. Atmosphere's just gone a little flat at the moment. Steelers fans will now get a face-off in the offensive zone to watch following the icing called against Glasgow. Melland. That one hits Haywood and lands in the far corner. Eberle to Phillips. Lemchigov protects the puck so well. Back for Phillips. And the shot turned aside. Tansky. And trying to lift it out of the zone. They do so. Lemchigov protects the puck so well. Can't get a pass row though. Clan just happy to send the puck forward and get a change in. That's a really good pass, and the Steelers enter the zone with a bit of momentum on the side. And then the shot in high on Killeen, but no other Steelers shirts going towards the goal, and the rebound easily dealt with. Laporte's shot deflects back, stays in the offensive zone, then goes wide. Laporte plays it onto the outside of the goal. Springer. Exchanging passes with Bjerrum. The shot through to Duba, and he's trying to cover it up, but it's still live, and then he does. Oh, and Connolly has gone in for a little bit of extras there because they were digging at a puck that Duba didn't have completely covered. You could see why the Clan were interested in this one, because it's not covered there, and it's still not, and Laporte goes in for it, and then Connolly, and it's just the reaction, I think, that has got Connolly that penalty. We were praising him earlier. I'll have to retract a little bit of it as Connolly heads to the box for the second time. And the last time he was in the box, the Clan scored a power play goal. It is cross-checking for the stick across the back. He's also got an unsportsmanlike conduct one on top of it, so this is 4 minutes of power play time coming up. The first 2 minutes will be immediately followed by the second two. This is the opportunity that Clan were looking for to get back into this game. Steelers penalty killers, so strong to start the game. They killed the first four. They've got 2 more to kill here. Otherwise, Clan are going to close the gap yet further. Remember, they were 5-1 down in this game. The puck is just knocked away from Haywood, and Melland will take it on. He'll try the slap shot and kicked aside by Killeen. Melland playing a defenseman in 5-on-5 situations, but a forward on the penalty kill. Pitt back for Rowe. Eberle being a nuisance in the corner. Rabel trying to lend support. Eberle gets his stick to it. Clan keep it alive. Poufal, Becker. Wide of that far side. Kolamainen trying to force the puck out of the zone, doesn't manage it. 15 seconds left on the first minor penalty. Becker takes a touch off the stick of Jacklin and goes beyond to the far side. Jacklin trying to reverse it, and it'll deflect out of the zone. First penalty is over, second penalty begins. Puck battle in front of the Steelers bench, which the Steelers win, and Eberle takes the shot on, moves it onto his forehand, and a quick release. And that buys the Steelers a little bit of territory. And a full line change after Killeen holds on. Coventry's point that they picked up in Guildford means that they move on to 25, and they have the tiebreaker on regulation wins over Glasgow. So if the Clan don't get something from this game, they'll drop down to 7th in the standings. Guildford move on to 30 points, which is where Cardiff and Belfast started the day. And we're just hearing that Belfast have cut their deficit in half. It's now Giants 1, Devils 2. Still power play time for Glasgow. Glove down by Laporte. Such an important moment in this game. Duba down with his stick and the blocker, keeping Glasgow at bay for the time being. Bjerrum, I say strong against the boards, but not enough to keep hold of the puck, and the Steelers knock him down and send the puck full length of the ice. .40 seconds left for Fitzgerald's team to work with, and the Steelers take it back. And they'll let more seconds elapse before Brocklehurst sends it into the open space. Pitt. Across for Becker, who's got loads of room, and he tries to shoot beyond Duba. It opened up momentarily. The Steelers just got a little crossed up, and Becker had room, but Duba, who was down early, he was able to hold on to the shot. It was straight at him, maybe looking for 5-hole. 13 seconds remaining. Important face-off win and a good clearance from Eberle. Connolly is ready to come out of the box. He's back to his skates. And it's an important kill for the Sheffield Steelers. 4 minutes the Clan were not able to take advantage of. And we're into the final 10 minutes of this game, and still the Clan's deficit is 2. Lemchigov and Phillips trying to hold up play as long as they can. It is Bjerrum who emerges with the puck. He's done really well to resist the attentions all throughout the neutral zone and collide with Rabal over on the near side corner. Now Jonathan Phillips. Eberle with a little injection of speed. He's taken into the board. Steelers still have it. Lemchigov shoots wide. Cardiff have re-established their 2-goal lead. Giants 1, Devils 3, the latest from Northern Ireland. Clan win this one out of the corner. Shot from Springer, takes a deflection and is cleared away by Davis before it got to Thomas Duba. Steelers do force this puck out of the zone eventually. Kolamainen trying to make the best of a tough situation over on that far side. It's all a little bit messy in the last few minutes. It's been a little scrappy. There's a lot of play against the boards, a lot of battles for the puck, but No real clear scoring chances for either side in the last couple of minutes of play since we've gone back to even strength. Hayward forward, but it's only to Melland, across to Brocklehurst. Valorant beats the offside. Not able to keep hold of the puck as he went around the net, taken away and skating forward. Clan look for Becker. Melland has position on him, kicks it to his stick and then finds DeLuca. And the Steelers' ambitions at the moment are just to get the puck out of their zone and as far away from Thomas Duba's goal as they can. Stannis can't keep it in the zone. Pressure here on Hayward, who's got Connolly right with him. Support comes arrive. Oh, and a straight through to Pitt. Big opportunity. Pitt, Duba with the save. He kept the left pad. It's a great pass by Jacklin to find him. And then Pitt was denied. Couldn't quite dangle around Duba. Not able to lift it over the pad. And a big moment has come and gone for Glasgow. Springer. Deflection on the shot. Duba settles this one down for O'Connor. Forward for Jonathan Phillips to chase. It'll be beyond him though. And here's Laporte out with Rowe and Bjerrum. And that one is deflected up and dropped by a Clan fan in the crowd. Big chance miss for that young gentleman. Souvenir goes to the fan behind him instead. And this was Pitt's big moment. He evades the poke check, but doesn't get the elevation. Still 5-on-5 here. Tronsinski just out of reach of Jonathan Phillips. Stannis. Peacock. No way through for him. They'll switch it across to the far side. Duba leaves his crease to get a partial block on that. Again, the Steelers just happy to get the puck out of their zone. They've not been much of an offensive threat in this third period. It's the defensive effort, trying to make sure that the 5 goals they have are enough to win them this game. Brocklehurst gets the red line and dumps it in. Sandstrom can't get further forward. It's all a little bit messy in the crowd and it'll pop out to Brocklehurst. Now the Steelers have a little bit of territory. Melland calls for it and he shoots it. Killeen saved it and the Clan cleared it away. It's going to be not an icing. The hand was up initially from the linesman, but Duba came out to play it. Steelers' helmet lying on the ice belongs to Lucas Sandstrom. He had to go straight to the bench to avoid a penalty. Clanner into the offensive zone. David Phillips gets his body in the way and knocks it down nicely. Then needs to clear the zone, but can't do it. It's switched across to Pitt. Puck just bobbled on him. We're inside the final 5 minutes on Steelers TV Live. No goals in this third period so far, so the Steelers are still leading by 5-3. Becker chops at it. David Phillips is there. Jacklin, O'Connor. That puck has gone out of play. Did it take a deflection or is there a delay of game coming in here? There's been no signal. Looks as though it must have been a deflection. And that was where Sandstrom lost his helmet. Still 5-on-5 hockey, 4:35 remaining in the game. The towels are waving. The Steelers fans trying to get behind their team and give them the little bit of a lift, an extra push to help them across the line here. They're going to be guilty of an icing early on in this shift. Rowe against Eberle on the face-off. Clean win for Tanner Eberle. Steelers defend the centering pass. Tronsinski doesn't get much on the clearing attempt. Clan get it back. Pufal. Intercepted by Lemchigov. Eberle forward. Tronsinski should get to this first. His backhand clearance presents the puck back to Glasgow, and they've got to build through neutral ice, and they do so with Laporte. He skates into Hrabal. That's really strong defensive play. Controlled the man and moved the puck to a teammate. Here's Davis. That was too far behind Kolamainen. Bjerrum drops it back. And we've got a penalty here. Oh, too many men. Glasgow, you didn't need that right now. That's pretty catastrophic, really. 3:27. They need 2 goals. They don't need to be down to 4 skaters. That is not a happy Zach Fitzgerald right now. Jack Mussel is going to go across and serve the penalty. The Steelers are going to get their 5th power play of the game. Earlier in the season, Nottingham had a 2-goal lead and a power play with about this time remaining in the game. The only thing that can really hurt the Steelers is a short-handed goal, so they've got to be careful of plays like that towards Peacock. So often in a power play situation, you make one loose pass along your blue line, there's a break going the other way. The Steelers just keep possession for a couple of minutes. They'll surely be able to win this game. The only thing that can hurt them is a short-handed goal. Yes, they'd love another power play goal. They already have 2. Valorand with the shot, just deflected wide. Killeen gets back to his skates. Valorand has it again. Brocklehurst. Davies. Valorand. Steelers are being patient. Couple of screens to shoot at. There's a block in front, and the puck is just forced away from goal, but not out of the zone. Brocklehurst, oh, penalty coming in. Brocklehurst shoots, save made. Killeen, he holds on. And the Clan are going to drop another player here. You're going to have some 5-on-3 play as this game winds down. Looks like it was cross-checking the call. And in the box is Jordan Haywood, and that is not good news for the visitors. So 5-on-3. Connolly, not quite. Sandstrom, Valorand. 5-on-3 power play. The Steelers looking to sign off in style. Valorand just wide. Davis will pick it up. Sandstrom's trying to provide the screen. Connolly's the low option this side. He feeds it across. It's broken up. Valorand again. Connolly again. Tries to flick it in, and it's into the glove of Patrick Killeen. And there's 15 seconds remaining on the too many men penalty. And still 1:20 remaining on the cross check. Not a lot for Connolly to shoot at, but always back himself to find even the smallest hole. O'Connor. Crushed by Tronsinski, but off the glass and around the boards and out of the zone. Minute and 30 remaining in the game. Steelers enter the offensive zone. First penalty is over. O'Connor, good save by Killeen. O'Connor again. DeLuca takes a shot, deflection, scramble around the goal and knocked away by Tansky. O'Connor around the boards. The Steelers will see the puck get beyond DeLuca. And the lofted pass out to the far side. The Steelers will try and move it towards Eberle, knocked away. Clan skate forward. Is the netminder going to follow? Are they going to try and gamble with Killeen? Doesn't look like it at the moment. Puck is bouncing around in the slot area, and the Clan get a shot in, and Duba made the save. Pufal keeps it in. Clan are looking to set up a dramatic final few moments. The Steelers clear it away. Long pass forward is a good one. It'll result in a shot on goal, which Duba makes the save on. Lemchigov trying to clear it. Killeen stays in his goal, and that's going to be offside against Glasgow. Just a step too slow out of the penalty box to keep it in was Haywood. And the clock stops with 15 seconds to go, and that is surely not enough time for Glasgow. Stay with us at the end of the game. We'll have all the post-match festivities to bring you. We've got the shirt off the back winner. We'll have the 50-50 winner. We'll have the man of the match for both teams. And of course, unless something ridiculous happens in the final 15 seconds, there'll be the Steelers man of the match victory lap, the Eddie. Timeout for Zach Fitzgerald. Sure exactly what they're going to be able to do with a neutral zone face-off. 15 seconds on the clock and 2 goals needed. But they're determined to not go quietly in this one. Belfast 2, Cardiff 3. Clan fans are on their feet. They're still banging the drum, they're still hoping. And the net is empty. 6 on 5. And they've won the draw. They're trying to work their way through. And it's just knocked away from Pufal. Puck is wedged in against that wall. That'll suit the Steelers because time is ticking down and there's no chance for Clan to get another shot in. And the Steelers see out a 5-3 victory. Stay with us on Steelers TV Live. Man of the match awards to follow. But it is a win for the Steelers. Their unbeaten run goes on. Steelers will stay top of the Elite League. They move to 34 points from 27 games. And it is now 5 unbeaten, 4 wins and a tie in Manchester. They stay top of the pile. Looks like it's going to be Cardiff, the closest of the chasers. They're currently a goal up in Belfast, but we still await the result from there. The Clan will drop a place in the standings from 6th to 7th. But they get immediate chance at revenge. And we wait for news on the condition of Robert Dowd, who left the game in the 3rd period. Like he collided with the boards. Skating hard into the offensive zone. Steelers, who've already lost Dowd for a period this season, look like they're about to lose him for, well, certainly at least tomorrow, maybe a little bit longer. So we're waiting then on the Man of the Match award for the visitors. Cardiff have scored a 4th. yes, given how late that was, I imagine it's an empty netter. We don't have confirmation of that yet, but Belfast 2, Cardiff 4, the latest. Nottingham have a 6th against Dundee. They lead 6-1. Matt Poufal is the man of the match. He picked up 3 points, 3 assists, 3 primary assists. The helpers for Laporte, for Springer and for Becker. But no smiles for the Clan tonight. They fall to a 5-3 defeat. Shot count from the final period, 13 for the Steelers, 9 for Clan. A cumulative shot count of 35 for Sheffield, 32 for Glasgow. The Steelers took 16 penalty minutes, on which Glasgow went 1 for 8. Clan took 12 penalty minutes and the Steelers went 2 for 5. Steelers also scored a short-handed goal with 2 even strength goals apiece. Final face-off tally, Steelers won 33. Glasgow won 29. It's all over in Belfast, and Cardiff have their number. They've beaten them by 4 goals to 2, shut them out twice in the Cup quarter-final. Belfast are beaten at home, and Manchester have equalised against Fife. Flyers, one of the teams Manchester are trying to catch in the playoff race. Alaran presenting the 50-50 winner with their money. So as it stands then, Sheffield have played half of their Elite League games, 27, and they have 34 points. Cardiff have 32 from 23, so just 2 back, but with 4 in hand. Belfast stay on 30 from 25. Guildford are up to 30 from 23. And with Nottingham's win tonight, they're going to be up to 28 from 25. Glasgow stay on 25 from their 25 games, just a point a game. They need to get some of their injured players back as quickly as they can. Remember, they were without Earhart, without Waugh, without Lidhammer. Zach Fitzgerald chose not to ice himself tonight. Jonathan Phillips, the chosen shirt off the back. If you've missed any of the action, remember the goals will be on Twitter and Facebook tonight. The extended YouTube highlights out in the next day or so. The full webcast is available to download for everyone who's been watching tonight. Log back into the Steelers TV Live website and it's in your archive, along with any of the games you've bought from us in the past. Man of the match for the Sheffield Steelers is Anthony DeLuca, scorer of a power play goal and a wonderful assist for Jonathan Phillips. A 2-point night for him and a 2-point night for the Sheffield Steelers that keeps them top of the Elite League table. And a quick discussion with Valorant and Eberle. And DeLuca will make his way around, and he's got a couple of sticks ready for this one. And the Saturday night crowd has been royally entertained. Steelers unbeaten in 5, top of the Elite League table. And it's the first time they've beaten the Glasgow Clan here at the arena. They've beaten Braehead several times, yet to beat Glasgow until tonight. It was a 5-goal burst that did it. From 1-0 down, they went 5-1 in front. And despite the Clan's fight back, they couldn't fight back far enough. We thank John Armstrong for joining us on the stream earlier on in the game. And we thank you for joining us tonight. Tickets available for the Steelers' next home game, Boxing Day, 4 p.m, the Manchester Storm. And they have some scores to settle. Ryan Finnerty with some strong words after the second leg of the Cup quarter-final. They'll mean business. It is not a game to be missed. From us, though, that is it. We thank everyone who has watched the webcast with us tonight, and we also wish you a very Merry Christmas. The final score from the Fly DSA Arena: Sheffield Steelers 5, Glasgow Clan 3.